The whole MDF where it will be sitting on top. Now I can almost guarantee it, there's somebody right now ready to comment and say, oh dude, there's an easier way, there's blah blah blah, whatever. This is not what I do for a living, by all means. And speaking of that, this channel is going to make somewhat of a transition back and forth from working on cars and what I do full time, and we'll see how well that works out. But to be honest, I don't do this full time, and I just get a kick out of doing it once in a while, and I hope that by doing this it inspires some of you guys to get out there, work on your cars. Don't be afraid to mess with them, because they're machines. They're just machines. They're meant to be tinkered with, and at the end of the day, what's the worst you can do? Go to the junkyard and buy a replacement part? Or actually, I take that back. The worst you can do is total the car. Don't do that. But I'm sure there is an easier way to do this. I've just never done it before, so this is how I plan on doing it. And based on what I have gotten from this, the largest or the free space that I have, if I really wanted to max out from point to point, would be 6.5 internal. So that'll be a circle cut out 6.5. I'm not going to be going that big because I erred on the side of caution. So I'm actually putting a 6.75 inch sub in here, but that does not mean that the whole cutout is going to be 6.75. It's actually only 5.5. Alright, so what I've gone ahead and done is measure out on a piece of wood from here to here 2 3/4. So when I come all the way around, it's going to give me the opening that I need for the 6.5 inch speaker. In this case, I'm going to be using a kicker, and let's go ahead and get this circle done. That way we can show you how to cut it from there. This is what we're going to be dropping right into that enclosure we made. So you can see it's about the size of my hand, maybe just a little bit bigger than that. And we are now going to wire this in series, so that way we can get 2 ohms and match the amps 2 ohms. And then from there we'll adjust the gain and level it out so the 300 amp doesn't overpower the 150 speaker. I'll show you guys how to do that with a multimeter. But for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to pick this up and then very carefully turn it upside down. So here's the underside of it. It's got these nice little push connectors. And what we're going to do is we're going to wire one from the negative to the positive, and then the negative is going to go to the negative exiting the box, and the positive is going to go to the positive exiting the box. And this will give us, instead of the 1 ohm, it will give us 2 ohms overall. Here we go, guys. There it is with the speaker fully installed, with the trim pieces on, and how nice it looks. the Z3 speaker project. As you can see, it's sitting right there, and what we're going to do is drop it in and plug it in. I already went ahead and disconnected my negative on the battery, and as you can see, I also put some Velcro right here. This is going to work out very nice. Instead of using the screws to ruin that nice finish with the leather, it's just going to get Velcroed to the box. So what I'm going to do now is actually just do one last dry fit, and then I will go ahead and drop it on. So dry fit just before I plug in the wires, and I'm going to say this out loud. This looks beyond gorgeous. Let me see if I can get a little bit darker for you guys. I know the Florida sun here is extremely bright. I'll go around and get some better angles. Here it is. Look at that. That actually matches up beyond beautifully.